This is my audience. Basketball dates all the way back to the ancient civilizations. It is not just a sport to some, it is a lifestyle, and to those that have played the sport their whole lives could never live without basketball. If you have ever heard, seen, or even read about the sport of basketball, then you know how big of a sport has become. Basketball has definitely grown since it was first invented. I grew I grew up knowing the game and have played it and still play it to this day. I have heard a lot of stories of how the sport has been played and where the sport came from. So I decided to look closer into the history of basketball and did some more research. Today I'm going to touch on three main points about the history of basketball. The first point being who invented and came up with the sport. The second point being why the sport was brought up, and the third and last point being where the sport of basketball is in today's world. The first point, who invented and came up with the sport? Basketball was invented in December 1891 by a Canadian clergyman, educator, and physician, James Naismith. James Naismith was born November 6, 1861 in Almonte, Ontario, Canada. James got a degree in physical education at McGill University. He taught physical education at McGill for a time and served as the director of athletics. He then went to teach at YMCA International Training College in Springfield, Massachusetts in 1890. He taught physical education at McGill for a time and served as director of athletics. The YMCA is where basketball was then born. The second point is why the sport was brought up. It was given 14 days to develop. James Naismith was given 14 days to develop an indoor game that would capture the interest of students and students confined indoors during the cold winter. It became an adaptation of many games of its time, including American rugby, which was the passing part, English rugby, which was the jump ball, lacrosse, which is the use of the goal, soccer, which is the shape and size of the ball, and something called Duck on a Rock, which was a game Naismith had played with his childhood friends. Teams had 9 players, and the goals were wooden peach baskets attached to the walls. By 1897, 1898, teams of 5 became standard, and the game rapidly spread nationwide and to Canada and other parts of the world. Basketball is a growing sport and has become very popular to this day. How basketball is in today's world. The development and growth in the NBA since the year 2000 has meant anything from Estonic drink sponsors, trainer brands, hot dog companies, and online casino brands all wanted to grab a slice of the NBA exposure. This resulted in an increased interest amount of coverages towards the game, meaning sponsorship and endorsement deals came flooding through many venues. Basketball is a growing sport and is only going to go up from now on. The players keep getting better and better, and the games only get tougher and tougher. This is a photo of James Naismith himself, the one who invented basketball. Basketball will continue to grow and more legends will come out of the sport, such as Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and others. I hope you understand basketball just a little more after watching this. I have learned a lot from the sport's history and the research that I have done. One of my greatest basketball legends would be the great Michael Jordan. Imagine not having a Michael Jordan in our lives, and how many things would be different, such as his Jordan brand, his shoes, and other clothing wear. This is just a little thought of how much basketball has came to changing our world. I thank all of you for watching this.